What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to be ranking the best small forwards in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. So lads, this is going to be another tier list, and as always it is literally impossible to make this subjective. This objective. This is my opinion, and if you guys don't agree, that is perfectly fine. These are the best of the best for this position, so some of your favorite cards might be in some of the lower tiers. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 200,000 subscribers by 2K21, which would be absolutely insane. But anyway, now let's get on to the tier list. So we're starting off with one of my favorite cards in the game, Nick Batum. So Nick Batum is going into A tier. For me personally, he's not. I can't even argue. I cannot even argue that he's higher than that. He's A tier. He's got really good length, 6'9", a really good jump shot. He's also got really nice handle. The weird thing is that Nick Batum's the love it or hate it, because there are certain people that, like, you can see people in the comment section, some people that agree with me that they think Nick Batum's godly, and then there's other people that really don't like Nick Batum, so it's a bit of a weird one. So really, I don't know. I'm going to put Nick Batum in A tier, it's my opinion, but you might think he's better, you might think he's worse. Then we have got Justice Winslow. I'm not as big a fan of this card as I thought I was. Like, he's pretty good, he's pretty good at the point guard position. I wouldn't run him a small forward, but B. I know he can play the point guard position, but it's kind of, when he came out, there wasn't that many giant point guards, and kind of having a 6'7" point guard was an even bigger deal than it is right now. However, like, obviously he's still a really good card, so he deserves to be somewhere around the middle. Mikal Bridges is one of the most underrated cards, one of the more underrated cards in the game. He's gone B tier. He's got a really nice jump shot, just an overall really good card, really good defender, and for his price, is a steal. He's definitely one of the more underrated cards in the game. Card that not a lot of people would use, but not bad. Then Brent Barry. I'm telling you, lads, Brent Barry is a beast. I don't think you can really argue that he's above B tier. But man, Brent Barry is good. He's good. He's got an unbelievable release. He can dunk. He can play defense. He can speed by people. He is really, really good. So, yeah, Brent Barry is going in at B tier. You definitely could argue maybe he deserves to be in a higher tier, but I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B as the as where I think Brent Barry should probably be. I think I've said B way too much in that sentence. But yeah, so he's going in that tier. Then there's Wiggins. I like Wiggins. I like Wiggins a lot more than most people like Wiggins. I normally would play Wiggins. Like, guys like Batum, Wiggins, and the next guy, I played with 2 more so than anywhere else. But Wiggins is really, really good, lads. So he's got a really nice release, can dunk the ball really well, shoots the ball really well, and it's just fantastic. Then we have Cam Reddish. This is a tough one. Do I put him in A or S tier? I'm going to put him in A tier, or say an S tier. And the reason for that is I think, especially when he moves down to the 2, he's a god. I think he's one of the borderline god tier cards in this game. I think he's one of the top 50 cards in the game. And yeah, he is one, like, as far as Spotlight Sim cards go, including the historic Spotlight Sims, he might be the best of them all. Like, subtract Hakeem Olajuwon, take Hakeem Olajuwon out of the equation, then Cam Reddish might be the best of them all. I might say he is the best, but he might be. Then Kevin Porter Jr. So KPJ is going to go into A tier. Again, he's only 6'6". However, if you ever play with him in game, his player build is massive. Like, his player build is absolutely huge. Like, he feels like he's 6'8", 6'9", so he's good for that. Can play at the 2 as well. Also shoots really well. Lefty J.R. Smith release, and is a really good card. Like, his release is fantastic. Then RJ Barrett. I'm going to put RJ Barrett in A tier again. I haven't used RJ Barrett enough to have a really informed opinion on him, but I do like, the few times I used him, I liked him, and a lot of people swear by him, so I'm going to put him in A tier. I actually forgot him in I forgot RJ Barrett, I forgot Pete Maravich, and I forgot Karl Anthony Towns in my top 100 list. Funnily enough, I think I had Pete Maravich like 75, and then I tried to move him somewhere, and I must have taken him off the list. RJ Barrett would probably be somewhere around the same range as Pete Maravich. Cat would have been top 30, but anyway, yeah, just addressing that right now. Tony Kukoc. I don't really like this card. He should be unbelievable. Like, his catch and shoot release is nice. He's 6'10". He moves kind of fast. There is no reason why I shouldn't like RJ or Tony Kukoc, but I don't. And like, people keep saying, like, when I'm talking about certain cards, when I'm saying there's just something about the card, that's like, if I can't put my finger on why I don't like a card, but I just don't play well with it, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, he has got alright speed and defense stats, but he just doesn't defend well. His jump shot, the catch is nice, but he just can't really go to the basket. He's a sluggish build. So not a terrible card, just not great. Then Jason Tatum. So Tatum's going into B tier. I like Tatum. I really, really do like Tatum. But he's good, but he's not unbelievable. I think if Tatum had the same release as Amethyst, which I think was base 107, then yeah, Tatum would be a god. They changed up his release for his diamond above, and it's just not as good. Then Buddy Hield. I'm going to put Buddy Hield in A tier. I do really like Buddy Hield. The problem with Buddy Hield is that I prefer his release with Gold Quick Draw instead of Hall of Fame Quick Draw. I think Buddy release with Gold Quick Draw is one of the best releases in the game. But the thing is, Buddy Hield, even though he is 6'4", he does have a big player build, so he's going to feel like he's 6'5", 6'6" at least in game, which is good. Then we are on to Jimmy Buckets, who I'm going to put bang smack in the middle, B tier. Like, a lot of people, again, Jimmy Buckets is one of those players that will kind of divide opinion. I think he's solid. Like, I think he's a worse Andrew Wiggins. Like, that's the way I would describe him. He's a worse Andrew Wiggins. And, like, he was unbelievable when he came out. He came out in February. Like, no question about it. When he came out around February, he was really, really good. However, like, it's been a while. It's outdated. And, yeah, it's not a bad card, but it's just solid right now. I think an Opal Jimmy, especially to give him half quick draw, the way his releases and his animations are, could be very good, though. Especially if he can play the two. Then we got Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram was a beast for one day. And I'm not even, when I say he was a beast for one day, I mean he was a beast for one day. He came out the day before the behind the back patch in January. And he was a beast for one day because he could do the explosive behind the back. And then it was patched and he kind of went way downhill. So funnily enough, like, he came out in January and is still on this list. He's just outdated. The other Brandon Ingram will probably be B tier, but he's not a small forward. And Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Another card that came out in January. Although, a definite better card than what came out in Jan. Definite better card. So, A tier. He's one of those few cards from that era of the game that still holds their own. I really like this Kawhi. I really do like this Kawhi. I think Gold Quick Draw is fine when it's released. Obviously, as time went on, I preferred Hall of Fame, but Gold is fine. Still got those insane defensive animations like the other one. And yeah, he's one of the most underrated small forwards in the game, in my opinion. Because I don't think he's that much worse than 98 overall one. And like, he's like a quarter the price. Then we got Bojan. I don't really like Bojan. I don't particularly like his release. He's going C tier. Kiki Vandoe. S or A, S or A, S or A, S or A. Kiki's gonna go A, but it's a close one. Kiki has got an insane handle. He's got good SIGs. He's got a really, really nice release. And Kiki is just, he's one of the better cards. He is definitely one of the better cards in this game. And definitely a card that if you did get him from TTO, or if he ever comes up on boards again, is a card you definitely should try to get. Then we get Danny Granger. I don't like Danny Granger. I'm sorry, I just don't. His stats, he has the stats of a diamond. Like, yeah, he's got better badges, but he's got literally the stats of Nick Batum. Like, his stats are barely better than Batum's. I also don't really, like, base 11's good and all, but he doesn't shoot well off the dribble. His handle's not good, he feels clunky. Yeah, he's a 6'9" guy and played it too, but I just don't like using him. And I don't know what it is. He's a card that they ruined. They ruined Danny Granger. He is just so meh. It's unbelievable. He is just bang average. Yeah, 6'9" can play it too. That's the only thing he has going for him. Let's be real. And we got Luol Deng. Luol Deng's going here in B tier. I like Deng. Deng's got good length. Kind of similar to Granger. He feels a little bit clunky. His jumper is a little bit slower in Granger as well. But he's got good length, plays good defense, and handles the ball really well. Ben Wallace, small forward. I am putting Ben Wallace, small forward, A tier. He's nice. He is a nice card. His release is so good off the catch. He does not shoot the greatest off the dribble, but again, off the catch, he is money, and is also one of the best defensive cards in the game, period. So yeah, Ben Wallace is definitely a really good card in this game. I still can't believe that Ben Wallace is a small forward who's a lights-out shooter, but then again, Eddie Curry is a demigod, so you can't really question anything in this game. Then there is John Havlicek. John Havlicek, I'll put him in A tier. I'll put him B tier, sorry. Put him in B tier. John Havlicek is good and all, but he's not great. Again, like he's like a 6'5" Jimmy Butler who can probably shoot a bit better. Like, he's just meh. He's just very meh as well. Sean Marion, very obvious D tier. He's terrible. Like, he is absolutely terrible. He was terrible the day he came out. Like, Sean Marion was not good the day he came out, and he is still absolutely terrible. Opal Scottie Pippen, A tier. A lot of people are going to be talking about Opal Scottie like he's this god tier card. He's not. He's good. He's good, but he's got steady, and he's got only go quick draw with a slow release. He's an elite defender. He's good, but he's not unbelievable. Chris Mullin, B tier. He's a cone, and he's a good one. Like, he can stand there and hit jumpers, and he does it at a very high rate, but every single card in B tier can stand there and hit jumpers at a high rate. Like, he's clunky. He's he can't really shoot off the dribble. Like, in terms of just shooting off the catch, Chris Mullin is elite. He is absolutely elite. But you got to do more than shooting off the catch to be in the elite tier of small forwards. And you know what? He's just in the pretty good tier, which is B tier. There's a lot of pretty good cards in this B tier, but no elite ones. Lamar Odom, S tier, fairly obvious. Like, to be fair, Diamond Lamar Odom would probably be... Nah, he'll be B. I was about to say he'd be A tier. He's in B tier. But Lamar Odom, again, shoots the ball really well. Has got really nice animations. Is a 6'10" wing as well. So, overall good. And two guys that will never be separated, Hito and Lamar Odom. Just like back in the day with the Diamond Hito and Diamond Lamar Odom, those are my two, like, my 3 and my 4. I kind of like two demigod small forwards / power forwards back in the day. And now, they are now two of the best opals. Inseparable. Their diamonds were inseparable in whatever tier they were in. Now the opals are inseparable. Hito Turkoglu has the advantage of being able to play point guard as a secondary position rather than power forward. Hito has got base 11. Hito's got Aldridge base. Odom's got base 11. Aldridge base is very similar, but not quite base 11. I'd take Hito over him, but again, that is just personal preference. And we're starting to go into a bit of an S tier streak right here. Next up is Thon Maker. In a very obvious one is S tier. Thon Maker is fantastic. Like, his handles elite, his jumper's elite, he's elite going to the basket, and do I think he's worth locking in LeBron and stuff? Probably not, because I don't think any card is worth 1.7 million MT worth of locking in, but he's good. He is really good, trust me. He is a really good card. Then there is Josh Smith, and Josh Smith's a bit of a weird one because I don't know if I put Josh Smith in S tier or I put him in high A tier. I'm going to put him in A tier, but he's the best A tier player. He's better than Kiki, like. So he is the best A tier player, but he's going in A tier. Then we have got James Worthy. James Worthy, S tier. No question about it, S tier. Like, in my opinion, James Worthy is the best base 11 player in the game. A lot of people don't like his base 11 release, but he's got a similar type release to Danny Manning. Most people don't like Worthy and Manning. I do like Worthy and Manning. I think it's just a lot more smooth than the Kurolenko well, not a lot more smooth. It's a lot easier to green the Kurolenko / Odom type base 11. Where there's a little more smooth, but I find the other one's easier to green. But yeah, no, Worthy is personal preference. Like, when it comes to opals with near perfect stats, especially when it's base 11, like Worthy, AK, Odom, it's literally personal preference. And in my opinion, Worthy number 1. Maybe it's because I've just used Worthy more than the rest. Carmelo Anthony. Melo, A tier. Melo's going A tier. I really do like Melo. At times. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's terrible. So that's why he's going A tier. Andrei Kurolenko, S tier. Again, right up there with James Worthy, Lamar Odom in the conversation for the best base 11 player, and also the conversation for the best small forward in the game. Kevin Durant obviously is S tier. I'm not as high on Kevin Durant as most people. I just don't like his release. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm the latter. He's still, like, there's no question about it, he's still one of the best small forwards in the game. It's just, especially with the fact that he's like 800k, it is just way, way too overpriced when, for example, there is a 2-hour Cam Reddish you can get, or you can get Karolinka for 200k. Or even dropping down a tier and getting a Batum for 7k. For 1/100th of the price. So Richard Jefferson, C tier. He has a catapult release, which is a bit of a problem, but you know what, other than that, he's not bad. Dr. J, I'm not as high on Dr. J as most people. I accidentally left Dr. J out of my top 100 yesterday. He's another one I missed. But Dr. J going in here as A tier. Definitely better at the 2 guard than small forward because he's only 6'6". Got a good release, got to go into the basket. I'm not as high on him as most people, but there's no questioning he's a great card. He could arguably be an S tier. Dominique Wilkins, D tier, he sucks. He straight up sucks. There's nothing he does well. No range, can't really dunk that well. 9 Hall of Fame less Hall of Fame badges than Amethyst now. Heck, less Hall of Fame badges than Rubies now. He sucks. And then Grant Hill. So Grant Hill is gonna go into B tier. Grant Hill's got some good length, a decent shot, but you know what? It's just, when he came out, he was fantastic. He's just outdated. Like, he's a day 1 card who got upgraded on January the 1st. So, like, no, I don't think there's many relevant cards from January the 1st right now, and definitely Grant Hill, where that was technically when he got his upgrade, is not that relevant. Like, other cards that came out in January were like Richard Jefferson and stuff, who were fantastic at the time, but just kind of have been outclassed. And same with Brandon Ingram. Grant Hill was the best small forward in the game at the time, but since then we've gotten some insane new cards. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. This is the small forward tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.